Hi everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing December daily cover page as I'm showing you here, and also my reason why page. And I'm showing this to you because I used digital stamps and then printed it out on acetate. I think this was something that I did last year and I just never used it. So I'm going to go ahead and use it this year. I tend to keep my cover pages very simple, and I think I mentioned this in my workspace video, but I just love the simplicity of a see-through page, and that way I can have either my decor box behind it or a family photo. So this year I went with a decor box, and what that means is that once I grab one of my decoration boxes, I just literally open the lid and take a picture. And I think every year it turns out different, the picture, because of the way I pack things. So I love it. It's one of my favorite pictures to take. And I also do it with my October decorations. I have these black numbers. Maybe they were from last year, but I am adding double-sided adhesive. And as you can see, kind of struggling getting the adhesive off, and then I will put them on the transparency. I also decided to add a chipboard that says it's the most wonderful time of the year. I thought about fussy cutting out some stars to add to the transparency, but again, reminded myself that I really want to keep it simple. So I added adhesive to most of the chipboard, but tried to not add it to the portion that's not adhered to the 23. And once that's done, my cover is all done. And I showed you the decor photo as well, which I love because you can see all my target birds. Next up is my reason why page, and I really wanted to figure out a way to use this tag page. I felt like doing something kind of maybe eclectic, I don't know, but I really wanted to use the tag paper and also the transparent tags as well that were, I think, part of an add-on. So I'm going to fussy cut out several of those and then add them to the edges of my paper, and then of course I'll do a bunch of stamping and add in my journaling. And I think I already said this, but maybe I didn't. This page kind of turned out different than I was expecting, but I think overall it has that eclectic feel that I guess I was going for. Either way, it was a wonderful way to play with my supplies and just get my reason why down on paper. Some years I type it and some years I write it. This year was just writing it. I felt like that would work. I totally embrace my handwriting, and I've actually gotten a few compliments about my handwriting, which is really wonderful. But I embrace my handwriting and always have, because I feel like it's a wonderful way to kind of add that personal touch. So I was trying to figure out what alpha stamp set is going to fit in the corner or in that section that I have to stamp reason why. And I'm going to go with the smaller alpha stamp set that's from Laura Wansick and Ali, and that will work up in that section. So I have two tags up at the top. I have a couple different tags on the left-hand side, and one of those, I don't know what they're called, but it's the square, and it's rimmed in gold, and it says it's a magical time of the year. It's like tags, little sayings that came in the main kit. And I also have a few down at the very bottom and then off to the right hand side. So just a mix, like I said, of the cutout tags and also the transparency tags. Now, if you guys have a better way of adhering these transparent pieces, please let me know in the comment section. But I use double-sided tape to adhere them down, but sometimes you can see that like it shows through, so that makes it a little bit tricky. So I just try to use just a little bit of double-sided tape and try to hide it as best as I can. Now that I have all the pieces adhered, I'm going to go ahead and go through and trim the pieces that are hanging off the edge. I picked the wrong scissors because something is wrong with these particular scissors. I think they just need to be sharpened, but they were not cutting at all. Makes me wonder who got into my scissors. Seriously. I have a bunch of scissors, and there's even scissors in the kitchen. It's like people my people need to learn to use the kitchen scissors. Do not touch my scissors. I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? I think all scrapbookers are pretty sensitive about touching the scissor supply that they have. I've got all the pieces cut off, and now what I'm going to do is draw some pencil lines because that'll help me stamp straight. And I also want pencil lines for my journaling, and I just do it really lightly. And at the end, I can use my sand eraser to of course, erase all the lines. Now I'm going to stamp out reason why, and I am so glad I picked this outfit. I love it. The only thing is I got to scoot over that one transparency, and that way I can fit in the N. I do not want to stamp on the transparency. I do not. I want it to all be on the actual paper. So I was able to scoot it over with only a minimal amount of tearing. I'm going to have to adhere it better in a little bit. I think because I put so little double-sided tape that's why it was slipping. And so I'm just going to kind of get it to hold in place, and then I will use my mini stapler and just kind of staple all the pieces. That way I know that they are for sure going to stay. Because like I said, I don't know if the double-sided tape works, and I put so little that who knows if it's going to hold it. I stamped the Y, and now I really want to add some phrases from this tag stamp set. It may not be necessary, but I really wanted to add more layers and components to this reason why page. So I grabbed the fa la la, and I'm going to stamp that in several different spots to kind of tie the page together and help your eye travel around the page. I will also stamp some trees as well. And I was looking through my story kit stamps, and I saw one that says, life's a lot, so I'm going to let some stuff go, or simply things feel like a lot. Either way, it was just a phrase from the Let Go story kit, and I feel like that's perfect because I am in a different season of life working, and I have no idea how it's going to go making this project, just being honest. So I'm a little nervous about how I'm going to get this done, but I'm hoping to prep a few more pages and hopefully scrap lift some ideas from friends in the community to really help me get through the season, which I think is a lovely way to look at it. Like your friends are helping you through the season. And Leslie Scrap and Tell, she's on Instagram. She kind of gave me that idea and that spark of just use my friends to help me get through the season. I stamped some trees as well, and then added the tree bulbs, like the inner stamp that comes with it, and it has like a star on the top, and so I added that to the trees, and I used some of my metallic inks. They don't show well through, they just don't, but that's okay. I still like it, and I'm moving on. So now I'm going to start on my journaling. And I started off by saying, hello, old friend. This is my favorite project, and I look forward to documenting our December traditions, stories, and just the everyday moments. I also said this December is different since I'm now working, so it, meaning the season, will be a juggling act between the have to and the want to. So even with this new season, I'm looking forward to the magic of December and making another album to celebrate that magic. And even though this is going to be a season of adjusting and letting go, I'm still going to have fun. So I ended it by saying, bring on the fun, the messes, the tired, the joy, the traditions, the cozy, and even the hard stuff. And I thought about going all the way to the bottom of the page, but I felt like that might not look so great. And to be honest, guys, I didn't really like the gap in between the two clusters at the bottom, but I'm just gonna let it go. Maybe I'm just analyzing it too much, but I had a lot of fun playing with the tags and using my paper and using my new stamp set. And I just used the sand eraser to erase all the lines, and now I can put it into the album and show you how it looks in my album. I now have my title page, like my decor photo. and then the reason why, and I have adhered the reason why to the back of my decor photo, which I always forget to adhere pages together. So I am off to a great start, and I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing these pages come together, and I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a wonderful day. Bye.